Square Garden in New York City, home to some of the most unique events in sports. And it's here that Prime Ticket brings you the fierce and frenzied explosiveness of arena football. Tonight on the floor of the Garden, it'll be the Los Angeles Cobras taking on the New York Knights. Hi, everybody. This is Bob Miller. The Arena Bowl Championship. But this year, there are 6 teams, including the Los Angeles Cobras. And coming into tonight's game, we have reached the halfway mark of the 12-game season. The Chicago Bruisers lead the league with a 6-0 record. Pittsburgh is next at 4-1. The Detroit... Our pregame comments in just a moment. Not, or does it favor the defensive back?
Well, no, you're absolutely correct. Let's face it, realistically, the best players or the best athletes on your football team are the defensive backs. But
the Cobras are going to receive, and the New York Knights will be kicking off. Jack Prataville will kick for them. He's out of the University of San Diego, and the ball is teed up at the goal line. Now, when they kick off, when the ball is fielded, the kicking team has to give the receiving team 5 yards with which to get started to catch the ball and either bring it out of their end zone or start back upfield with it. As number 1, Jack Prataville gets set for the opening kickoff. Gary Mullen is deep, number 1 for the Cobras. He's back in the end zone. And we're ready to get this game underway. The Cobras and the New York Knights from Madison Square Garden. Jack Prataville approaches, and his kick goes out of bounds, and that's going to amount to a penalty, Jack. And right, and Matt McKnight to the left. Stevens, the quarterback, looks for Mullen over the middle and just out of his reach. He reached up of the New York Knights, so it's a first down for the Cobras. Stevens to Mullen as he tries the right side and doesn't get very far. Matt McKnight wide to the left, and in motion is Mullen for the Cobras. Here's Stevens. He's rushed but throws into the end zone and overthrows everybody. Looking on the... We mentioned before it was 1st and 10. The scoreboard was wrong. It's now 3rd and 10 here in the first quarter with no score. Stevens with a quick pass to the right side to Wade Lockett, and he is finally wrestled down at about... No score in the first quarter. 12:30 to go in the quarter. And Whippy Powell straight ahead, and I don't think he made it, Jack.
you're right. I don't think he's going to be about a yard and a half short.
James put some pressure on the quarterback. This time they don't do it. Pass is complete to Corville on the right side, and he got rammed into those boards.
I'm laughing. I'm going to laugh. And I tell you, it's great concentration by Corville, because remember, when you're at that sideline, from the time you leave it, and we'll get a good shot of it here, you've only got 3 feet before you hit that outside wall. Comes down inbounds with his feet, and whammo, boy, he gets knocked in there by Derek.
We're in the first quarter in this arena football game. Low pass from center. Krochickia throwing long and out of the reach. 3rd and 1. Krochickia straight ahead, and a first down for the New York Knights is 3. Deep snap out of the shotgun. Krochickia out of the reach and off the fingertips. Down 10, ball on the 23 of the Cobras. New York Knights with it. Krochickia, and it is tipped and knocked down. Incomplete. And a hard well before he could come back and get it.
See Greg Best at the top left of your screen. Watch Wade Lockett, 92, get a hand up, knock it up in the air. An excellent job by Wade Lockett.
Bob Miller along with Jack Snow. And here's Krochickia under pressure this time. Being chased, but gets away and still throws an underhanded pass this time, and it is legal as he threw it ahead to Johnny Shepard. And Shepard gets down to the goal line, and he got in. Touchdown, but there's a flag on the play way back at the 17-yard line of the Knights.
Well, if we don't get a hole down there somewhere along the line, the Knights will be very, very lucky, but an excellent job by Krochickia of scrambling around and then just flipping that ball, an underhand lateral to Johnny Shepard.
Referee call on the Cobras, and the penalties wipe one another out.
Now watch the pressure that comes from number 60, Chuck Harris, who forces him out. Now watch what Krochickia does. He's going to run up the field. There it is, underhand lateral to 32, Johnny Shepard out of Livingston. Now let's see if he goes out of bounds. He's close right there. 92, Wade Lockett gets a shot at him. But unfortunately for the Cobras, Johnny Shepard sneaks in for the touchdown. All to naught, though, because of the holding call.
10 for the New York Knights. In motion, Stan Hunter for New York. And the pass to Hunter is in. End zones are 8 yards deep. And there's the left-footed kick at the narrow goal post, and it's good. Jack Cradaville drilled that one right between those. Out on top in this game as they lead 3-0. We'll be watching on Prime Ticket tonight, and now on the ensuing kickoff, Cradaville drills it deep off the screen. It's playable. It comes out of the end zone, and it's recovered by the New York Knights. It's a playable ball. The Knights recover at the 8-yard line of the Cobras, and it's going to be first down and 10 for New York as Derek.
I think it was Vince Corville who got that ball. Was it not? Was it Corville?
Stan Hunter.
Stan Hunter, yes, right. I'll tell you what. Look at the ball bounce back up off that mesh. Bounces by 2 Cobras, and there's Stan Hunter in great position. Falls into the ball. Big play. Goes down the 9-yard line for the Knights.
The New York Knights, who have beaten the Cobras once this year, have the lead. Here's Johnny Shepard trying it to the left side, but he gets down to about the 6-yard line.
Strengthen his legs.
Now back Krochickia looking, and Rush gets away, and it is almost intercepted, but knocked down in 55 to go in the first quarter. Shepard, the running back. Krochickia under pressure by Powell, but he gets away. Krochickia with room to the 4 and the 3-yard line, and he gets in for the touchdown. James Krochickia out of the nothing lead.
Krochickia rolling to his left. He's looking for his outside people. He's forced back inside. Now watching him. He makes a smart decision. Decides to run right now. Does he make it inside? Yeah, that foot looks like it's going out of bounds just as he crossed the goal line, but touchdown for the New York Knights.
Ball will be spotted at the 13. His kick is no good. 9-0. We'll be right back.
Whether it be arena football or normal football, you're going to have problems.
Richard Rodgers deep, and he plays it off with a net, drops it in the end zone. Rodgers is going to get knocked down in the end zone, or right at the goal line. Let's see what they're going to call it. He got knocked. Rodgers flanked out wide to the right. And to the left side is back to pass. Stevens throwing over the middle to Kelly. Complete. And he is knocked down at the 19-yard line of the New York Knights.
Albert Gray, who is the defensive specialist for the Knights. Watch Kelly come right across the middle of your screen. Good concentration. They'll try and cut back across field. He beats. There's Gray. He gets by Gray, but then he goes down. He's
20-yard line of the New York Knights. Stevens, quick drop, and his pass complete to Kelly again on the right side. And that won't be broken. That's the longest pass you can have in arena football. This time, Stevens fumbles the snap from center. To the right. Stevens with Wes Walden back in a blocking position, but a pass is incomplete, and the Knights got great penetration that time, and Stevens at Nevada Reno as a field goal will be attempted from the ball be spotted at the 24, and the kick is up, and it is good. Marty Zendejas with the ball spotted appeared to have a problem with his ankle, and I believe he's now going to be the backup quarterback.
No, you don't want to lose Stevens. There's no way they want to lose him.
New York Knights bring it out on the kickoff. Here's Vince Corville to the 15. And fumbles out of bounds as he got knocked down on the far side by Dewan. We're in the first quarter. James Krochickia throwing, and it's incomplete. Trying, an at-large pick of the Cobras. He'll be coming in at quarterback. Second down and 10. Krochickia to Corville. And he is snowed under at about the... Stop there because of the measurement. Fumble on the snap, and it looks as if the Cobras have recovered at the midfield stripe. Knights at the end of one quarter have a 6-point lead. Los Angeles Cobras. It's the Knights 9, the Cobras 3.
Fourth on the all-time list at UCLA, 231.
Number 1, he leads the league in scoring with 66 points. He goes long. Stevens throwing, but just off the hands of Stevens. Looking into the end zone for Mullen. Is it good? Yes. Touchdown, Cobras. Gary Mullen with a reception, and the only reason I hesitated was the inbounds are out, and in arena football you need only 1 foot inbounds, and the signal was given that Yes, indeed.
Gary Mullen
was inbound.
Gary Mullen runs a great corner route on this pattern. He takes a defensive back deep inside, comes back to the corner. Look how wide open he is. There's the reverse. Nice job. We get another shot out of it. Number one at the top of your screen. He's going to drive hard to the inside. The defensive back comes off him. Stevens lays the ball out there very nicely. Look how wide open he is. 1 foot's in bounds. His second foot was on the chalk mark, but that's okay. You only need one to be in bounds for the reception to be good.
Haas will try the extra point now. He's out of that great kicking family. And he puts the Cobras ahead. It's right down the middle with the extra point for Marty Zendejas. And the Los Angeles Cobras have jumped out into the lead at 10-9. Luis at Arizona State. Allen currently at Arizona State. Short squib kick and picked up now and brought back to midfield and into Cobra territory by Greg Best. Matt into the Cobras, first down and 10. Best was in motion. Now Krochickia with time again, throwing into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. Edwin Lovelady. And they rule it incomplete. Or they rule it no touchdown.
A nice job, though, by Krochickia. We're going to get a chance to see why it was disallowed. Krochickia out of the shotgun, looks to his left. Now he'll slide out. Let's see if he's got both feet in bounds. Looks like there was 1 foot in. Right here. Yeah, he had both feet in bounds and 4 yards to spare. I don't know.
I think they ruled he didn't have control of the ball. And I thought had it long enough, but then dropped it. Now, Krochickia on second down, rushed and is hit, fumbles. And the New York Knights are going to recover the fumble. Stan Hunter falls on the ball.
I love it. I love it.
Well, I'll tell you, they're well-dressed football players. Krochickia throwing and incomplete, intended for Greg Best. 10-9 Cobras lead. We have 10:55 to go here in the second quarter. Field goal from the 20 and either missed the kick, and now it's recovered by the New York Knights, fallen on by Johnny Shepard. The ball was teed. The 24-yard line of the New York Knights. Stevens, incomplete. 3rd and 10 situation here. McKnight bumps into Stevens. He went in motion and bumped into his own quarterback, and the New York Knights break up the play. On 10-yard line, 48-yard attempt. Zendejas out of the hold of Beavers, but it's going to be short. And it's returnable. New York Knights with it, and Edwin Lovelady gets knocked down. Weppy Powell got down in a hurry for the Cobras and made the stop as he knocked down Edwin Lovelady. So with 8:17 to go here in the second quarter, it's the Cobras 10, the Knights 9. Talk about arena football with Rich Marotta and Cliff Branch. New York Knights with it. First down and 10. The ball their own 7. And on the left side, a run to the left. Got the sideline camera, Jack, but there's not a lot of room to operate down there for anybody.
No, we have a tough time seeing it up here. I can imagine it's very, very difficult for our viewers at home to watch that stuff.
3 situation for the Knights. Vince Corville is the man in motion. Then stops, and on the shotgun, Krochickia. His pass is tipped and intercepted. Intercepted by Ed Zeman as it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. And getting up to knock it down, I believe, was Michael Jones first of all. In the late 50s and then coached the Raiders.
Ed Zeman right there, 32. He is a strong safety for the Cobras. A nice job by the front defensive line for the...
First down and 10. Wes Walton is the blocking back or running back, and Stevens' pass is incomplete. Stevens drops back. Now his pass into the end zone, maybe intercepted. It is, and then dropped. Vince Corville made the quarter. Stevens with Rogers in motion, and he trips and falls going back, and he is down to the 20-yard line. Couldn't tell from that replay, but he put some pretty good pressure on Walt Hausman. Now the field goal by Zendejas is good. Marty Zendejas with the field goal. It was spotted just across the midfield stripe. And the Cobras now have a 13-9 lead. Goal line. And again, kicks a squibber right down the middle. That's fielded at the 15. And the right side is Best. And he is going to be wrestled into the boards out of bounds.
Pardon me again, but watching those guys go into that board, I expect them to see skates on their feet so they can kind of bounce off, but that doesn't happen.
Ryan Clark out of Cal State Northridge made the tackle for the Cobras. Again, a curious strategy there, Jack, with the squib kicks instead of driving position anywhere on the field in this game. First down 10, Krochickia for the Knights, and it is complete to Best. A diving catch at the 5th. It's second down and 2. Out of the shotgun, Krochickia into the end zone to Best, and incomplete.
At the same time, see that little bare spot right there? A nice job in there by number 20, or 26, I should say.
Will stop on incompletion. Krochickia with a handoff this time, and right through the door and out of bounds. And on the left side, going through the door was guest of the penalty box.
He was in the penalty box, and he did nothing to deserve it. He gets bumped out of bounds by Wade Lockett, and it just looked like a mass exit. Everybody trying to get out of the stadium at the same time.
16 to go, second quarter, and the Cobras have the lead at 13-9. Trying to win their 3rd game in a row and even their season record at 3-3. Knights are going to go for it. 4th and inches. Krochickia with Best in motion, and a flag on the play, and the Cobras may be offside. First down and 10. Krochickia out of the shotgun again. For Lovelady in the end zone, he overthrew him. Oh, he had him wide open in the end zone, and he overthrew him by about 10 yards. But there's a ball at the 11-yard line of the Cobras. Cobras have the lead, 13-9. Krochickia for New York into the end zone. The Lovelady broken up. Getting over there just in time to exactly 1 minute to go in the first half. So the ground linemen must be on the line of scrimmage on defense, as they are for the Cobras. Krochickia under pressure, a little shovel pass knocked down, but Krochickia recovers it himself back at the 22-yard line of the Cobras. Getting in was Webster's goal. The ball is spotted at the 21. So this is about a 29-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. Boy, the field goal kickers tonight are right on as Jack Cradaville of the New York Knights hits that field goal, and it's a 1-point game now with the Cobras ahead 13-12.
A nice job by Cradaville, too, of splitting the uprights, which are, again, remember, they're only 9 feet apart, so when you put that ball in.
Crossbar is 15 feet high. Kickoff to Mullen of the Cobras in the end zone, about 6 yards deep. He brings it out, and he is run out of bounds, and again, that door 15-yard line. First down and 10 for the Cobras. They're ahead by 1 point. Pass on the right side is complete to Lockett. Broke one tackle, and then he gets ridden out of bounds. New York territory, 13-12. Cobras lead. Here's Stevens, and his pass is incomplete. Cobras with the lead, and they have the ball 20-yard line of the New York Knights. Second down and 10. Stevens. Mullen going deep over the middle. The pass to Lockett. Touchdown, Cobras! Great catch by Wade Lockett. He crisscrossed at about the 5-yard line with Mullen, and they do the low 5 or 10, whatever you want to call it, in the end zone as a touchdown pass. Stevens to Wade Lockett with 18 seconds left in the first half.
Wade Lockett is going man-to-man against Edwin Lovelady. Makes a nice inside move, gets by Lovelady, and then what he does is stick up the one hand and watch him. He's down here at the bottom of the screen. He's going to come down, give a little outside fake, go back inside, and watch him reach out there with that left hand. Little hot dogginess right there. Corral that ball, brings it inside. Touchdown for the Cobras.
Extra point by Zendejas is no good. It just hit to the left of the upright. But with 18 seconds left in the first half, Stevens, a 20-yard touchdown pass to Wade Lockett, and the Cobras have a 19-12 lead nearing the end of this first half. And Lovelady for the New York Knights, about 4 yards deep in the end zone. He's got some room, and he gets across the 20-yard line. 10 for the Knights. Here's Krochickia under pressure, and this time he is wrapped up and pulled down. He got some pressure from the far.
Come down with it.
All right, Krochickia throwing, and Lovelady with it, but they gave him plenty of room just to make sure he wasn't going to get behind him, and Mullen was over there. Attempt Cradaville for the New York Knights out of the hold of Krochickia with the buzzer, and the kick is no good. It is wide to the right. And Jack Cradaville is upset with himself. 2 seconds left in the half, and his kick went wide to the right. And where Lovelady gets it deep in the end zone, about 7 yards deep, and brings it out. And he had some good running room right up the middle, and he got out. First down and 10 for the New York Knights. Krochickia, and it is complete on the right side as he threw to Lovelady, who had to go. There, a yard into Cobra territory at the 24-yard line of Los Angeles. Cobras lead it 19-12. Second half just underway. Krochickia for New York with time again, and his pass incomplete for Greg Best. I think Best two for the New York Knights at the 24-yard line of the Cobras. Third quarter, and Johnny Shepard is stopped. They tried to hand it off to Shepard for the first down. And they are allowed to use a tee, so Krochickia will tee it up. Cradaville for the Knights with his kick, and it is good. Jack Cradaville with the field goal, and now the Los Angeles Cobras see their lead over the Knights go to 19-15, and we'll be right back. Bob Miller along with Jack Snow.
I think Cradaville put that one through for the benefit of you and I. As we were talking to him before the game, we gave him a little bit of a bad time because of a bruise on his foot.
And he kicks off this time out of the reach of Richard Rogers as he lets it go out of the end zone. Stevens, the quarterback, going to Rogers and complete at midfield. He had 2 laterals in that play. He started it. He started the play with 1 lateral. I don't think he's the guy that ran into the cornet player or whatever the guy had in his hand. Pass is complete down to the 15 and down to about the 13-yard line to Ed Zeman, who made the reception. Al Washington and Lovelady on the stop for the Knights. First down and 10, Cobras, 14-yard line of New York. Here's the pass. Stevens complete and out of bounds at about 5 for the Cobras. They lead 19-15. Here is Stevens looking over the middle to Zeman, and it's knocked out of his hands. Good defensive play by Stan Hunter, number 80. Now it is third down and 5 for the Cobras. Here's Stevens. And it is complete on the right side, and Zeman is dragged down. Let's see where they mark it that he went out of bounds. And 2 for the Cobras with 9:02 to go here in the third quarter. Cobras have a 19-15 lead. And they're going to go for it. Fourth down and 2. The ball right at the 5-yard line of the New York Knights. Zeman in motion. Stevens with time, and it is incomplete, but we're going to get a flag in the end zone.
We got 2 flags, one in.
Well, we'll play it all over again because there was holding penalties on both of the teams. But Stevens had a lot of time, Jack, on this play.
He does. Greg Best was caught for holding. He is the defensive back for the Knights, and Chuck Harris was caught for holding. He is the offensive lineman for the Cobras.
Field goal attempt coming up for the Cobras. They're going to spot the ball at the 13-yard line. So it'll be a 21-yard attempt by Marty Zendejas. And it is perfect. Right between the uprights as Marty Zendejas kicks the field goal to give the Los Angeles Cobras the lead 22-15. The Chicago Bruisers, who lead the league. Kickoff bounces into the end zone to Vince Corville of New York. Corville with room and is finally knocked down by Brian Clark as he got to the 15-yard line. Ball on the 15-yard line. First down and 10 for the New York Knights. Lovelady in motion. Krochickia and a completion, but not enough for the first down. Well, around the 23-yard line. Krochickia throwing to Lovelady, and he turned around just in time to make the reception for the Cobras. The Knights with it. Corville in motion. Here's Krochickia with time into the end zone to Lovelady. Got tripped. Lovelady's complaining. He got tripped from behind as he came toward the near sideline to get the ball, and he wanted some interference called there. Derek Donald was behind him, and he Lovelady tripped over him.
Let's look at Lovelady, number 21 now. Let's see if, in fact, he does get tripped. Kochickia back. He lays the ball out there. You'll see him going down. I know there's quite a bit of distance right there. I just think he fell over that, again, the red paint.
2-15. We're in the third quarter. 5:40 to go in the quarter. Here's Kochickia under pressure and complete to Corville. And he got it right at the side. Roll ball on the 6-yard line of the Cobras. New York Knights with it. Kochickia into the end zone. Lovelady, and he scores. A leaping grab by Lovelady, and he came down inbounds for a touchdown for the New York Knights.
That's just a great job, a great individual effort by Edwin Lovelady. One heck of an athlete working against Gary Mullen. Watch him go up, one hand, reaches out and pulls that ball back in. Again, Kochickia lays that ball up short. The defensive back, Mullen, has no idea where it is. Lovelady goes up in the corner, reaches out right-handed, brings it back to his chest. Touchdown. Nice job.
So now the try for point. They'll go for the 1 point on the kick. And the kick by Cradaville is good. And this game is all tied up as Jack Cradaville kicks the extra point for the New York Knights. And with 4:07 to go here in the third quarter, it's tied 22. He had 1 reception in the first half. He's had 3 in the first 11 minutes of this second half. Now the kickoff. Deep in the end zone is Mullen. He let it go off the nets, and it's fielded instead by Lockett. And he is knocked down at about the 13-yard line by Johnny Shepard. So it is played off the nets. The ball is in play. And 48 to go, third quarter. Stevens with Weppy Powell, the running back, lined up behind him. Stevens to Mullen, and he's knocked down as he makes the reception at about the 21-yard line. He got knocked down. Stevens again to Mullen, complete and into New York territory, and then he gets run out of bounds. Lewis Bennett was over there defensively for New York, and New York Knights on a pass to Edwin Lovelady, who's 4 for 38 and a touchdown in this game, have tied it up. Now past the end zone and out of the reach of Lockett. Wade Lockett reaching. No interceptions tonight, but it's second down and 10 here. Stevens to Mullen. Nice catch right on the sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds by Al Washington.
Going around the stadium.
These fans are having a great time now as the Knights have tied the game 22-22. Handoff straight ahead on 3rd and 1 for the Cobras, but and on the right side, Mullen. Oh, and he is wrapped up at the 7-yard line. Lewis Bennett got over, and a big hit for the New York Knights.
Well, the game is
and goal for the Cobras. They've got 30 seconds to get the play underway. It's down to 30 now, but we're nearing the end of the quarter, and again, the Cobras get wrapped up as Weppy Powell tries 22.
Yeah, you look at the total yards for the Cobras, 153 for the Knights. He have yet to break the century mark with only 98 total yards.
Stevens ready now on 3rd down. He looks. He may run. No, throws Mullen, and he's in for the touchdown.
We've got a flag down there. We may have either a defensive holding call or a personal foul, but it was a great execution, a great job. Relatively easy catch for Mullen for the touchdown. 4 receptions, 2 touchdowns for Gary Mullen.
Extra point by Zendejas is good. So the Los Angeles Cobras regain the lead with 14:33 to go in the fourth quarter. It's
10 seconds, Bob. Can you recap the scoring for me?
Lewis Bennett deep for the New York Knights in the end zone, and he does not get it. It is taken instead and brought out by Stan Hunter, and then he is knocked down now for the New York Knights. Ball at about the 19 in their territory, and a pass is complete, and knocked down on the play is Stan Hunter. Second down, 1 yard to go for the Knights. Kochickia, and his pass is complete. And down to about the 19-yard line where Greg Best made the reception, but he was snowed under. Richard Rogers leading the charge for the Cobras. First down and 10 for the Knights. Kochickia in trouble, stumbling, and then he is really racked up into the boards. Fumbled the ball. Ed Zeman picked it up for the Cobras, but I believe Now the Cobras knew to win this game they had to put some pressure on the quarterback, Krochikia. This time he throws long, but yes, we do have a flag on the play. And a first down and 10 for the New York Knights now. 29-22. Cobras leading. 11:37 left, fourth quarter. Clock continues to run. And Krochikia with time. Now throws into the end zone to Bennett. And it's incomplete. He ran into the boards.
Man alive!
Are giving it 100%. And we've got an exciting game as Krochikia is knocked down as Dwayne Jackson led the rush for the Cobras and knocked the quarterback Krochikia down. Then we had a fumble, but Krochikia flagged down on the play, long pass, and overthrown in the end zone. Greg Best was back. 3rd and 15, low snap. Krochikia in the end zone. Lovelady gets bumped and knocked out, and an incomplete pass. Lovelady out of the University of San Diego. And his kick. It hits the right upright. The ball's in play, but it goes out of bounds. And a flag on the play. The ball hit the right upright and went out of bounds before it could be fielded. The ball will make the playoffs, and then two teams in the Areana Bowl on Saturday, July 30th. Now Stevens from the end zone, and his pass is complete.
Well, they're going to have the ability to make one mass substitution later on. I'm sure it'll come pretty soon.
Stevens' pass intended. And again, Stevens trips, falling back to pass. 3rd down and 15 for the Cobras. The ball at their own 7-yard line. They have a 7-point lead in the game. Fourth quarter. 6.5 minutes to go. Long pass by Stevens. Going long on the far side, and it is to Rogers. Touchdown, Cobras.
You thought I was lying, didn't you? You thought I was lying, didn't you?
Richard Rogers catches the long touchdown pass by Stevens. As the Los Angeles Cobras strike again, as Richard Rogers got behind Edwin Lovelady at the 1-yard line and took it in.
Just a super job of concentration by Richard Rogers. Watch him funnel that ball all the way in. It goes just over the outstretched arms of Lovelady. Rogers follows it all the way and makes the catch just inside the pylon. Touchdown for the Cobras.
Marty Zendejas in for the extra point. 43-yard touchdown pass, and a beauty by Stevens, and the extra point is up, and it is good by Marty Zendejas of Los Angeles. And with 5:37 to go in the fourth quarter, it is the Cobras leading 36-22. In Detroit on Thursday, 2 games in 4 days. Then they head home Thursday, June 16th. The Detroit Drive will be at the Sports Arena, and there are tickets available. Kickoff into the end zone to Vince Corville of New York. Corville with some room, and so showed that he's got some speed on that return. There's a pass incomplete intended for Lovelady. Out of the shotgun, Krochikia to Lovelady, and he played for the New York Giants during the strike last year. Now on first down, Krochikia for Bennett, intercepted by Mullen of the Cobras. Beautiful interception by Gary Mullen at the 1. Now Stevens throwing long for Mullen, and it is knocked down and on him all the way down the field. Here's Stevens from the end zone, throwing long, and Lockett can't catch up with it. Little contact between Lockett and Corville around the 20-yard line on the play. A 36-22 lead. Here's Stevens throwing to Mullen. He's hit at the 9 and knocked down. An important part in this game. Now we're going to have Zendejas in, and Jack, there's no punting in this game, so sometimes from deep in your own territory they'll try what may look like a field goal attempt, but it really serves as a punt. However, here I think Marty's probably going to try and drill it from about his own 2-yard line.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a long way. I'm not so sure if Zendejas can make it from this distance. We'll find out. Everything has been a little bit short. That's why we're squib kicking in the first half, and a couple of normal kickoffs he did not make the net. So Let's see what happens.
This would be a 56-yarder if he makes it. It's a high snap, and it's going to be way short. Corville leans over the board. Looked like an outfielder taking a home run away from somebody.
You know, he could have been inbounds with his feet, and he's hanging over the wood supports here on the sidelines.
Now, all of us are learning the rules here, Jack, but I'm thinking if he let it go and it went out of bounds on the sideline, that they would bring it out to the 20.
It comes out to the 20 or wherever. Look, there it is right there. See, look at that. He's in the field of play, leaves over and grabs it.
13 to go on the clock running. We're in the fourth quarter. Cobras leading. Here's Prochikia throwing long for Lewis Bennett, and it is incomplete. Bennett's going to claim that he was held up on the play, but 22-22. But Stevens has connected here in the fourth quarter with 2 touchdown passes for the Cobras, and now a pass to Lewis Bennett of New York is overthrown at the 10-yard line. Third down and 10 for the New York Knights. Prochikia throwing incomplete on the right side, in and out of the hands there of Stan Hunter, and that was on third. Back in the end zone, 57-yard field goal attempt. 57 yards. Let's see if he hits this one, and even if he does, they're still going to be well behind, and then he kicks it right up the middle, low, and out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
There was the E5 on the play there, error by the third baseman. I think what he's trying to do is just shoot that ball through the center of the line and hopefully have it hit one of the Cobra players and be recovered by the Knight players.
And recovered with enough yardage for the first down, and they would retain possession, but that did not happen. So the ball is at the 16-yard line of the Knights. The Cobras well in position now to win their third in a row, and Matt Stevens leads them up to the line with a 36-22 lead. Stevens handing to Weppy Powell, and he finds room as he earlier, and tonight is an indication of that.
Yeah, the players are becoming more comfortable with the opposite positions than they.
And they have the ball at the 10-yard line of the Knights, and again Stevens with his favorite play of the night, other than touchdown passes, falls down, coming back with a snap. And he did one thing, Jack. He ran out the clock.
He did, on his hiney. So that's a diagram play also.
So the game is over here at Madison Square Garden as Ray Wilsey, the Cobra coach, congratulates Jim Valek, the coach of the New York Knights.
It's hard to believe there wasn't a flag on that play. It looked like a Chicago receiver was well offsides on the top before the snap.
Also, it looks like Pittsburgh tried to get an edge on their pass rush. Pittsburgh has allowed the most passing yards in the league, and Bennett had to be drooling coming into this game. First down and 10, 23-yard line of the Pittsburgh Gladiators. Gladiators lead 6-0, and Bennett gets a quick snap from his center,
The old double
Gene Rao, and he tried to draw him outside. It'll be interesting to see, guys, which one they pick here.
You got me. Oh, they're going to call the bruisers. Legal procedure on the bruisers. It looked like Keith Williams, the left tackle, jumped off sides. There's Harding again cheering on his Gladiators. And they're trying to tell him, stay off the field. You can cheer from the sideline, but not on the field.
It looked like the center on that play faked the snap. So to draw the Gladiators offside, he was caught on that play.
There was a look at Perry Moss. I saw him before the game, and I said, you must be happy. He said, why? I said, you're 8-0.
Look at Harry now.
Out on the field again. That's going to cost him.
Do you remember